One check.
I
Starting on
read through the book of Esther, the missing chapters.
Oh snap!
All right, bro. I guess I'm gonna start it. Hey, don't be glitching now, man. I was just saying.
Am I good? Hold on before we start. All right. Good.
Keep talking.
I'm good. Like you can hear
Just
me.
say like the alphabet. Just say the alphabet.
E F G H I J K L M N O P W X.
You keep going in and out.
In and out.
Yeah.
How about now?
Go ahead. Just say it slow.
How about now?
You straight.
All right, man.
But I'll let you know if it messes up.
I know when I posted on this shirt, so.
Well, I don't know what be going on here.
You. I think it's you,
Hmm?
I think it's you, bro.
Nah, it ain't me. I'm straight. I'm at home next to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you know I'm on these woods, bro. You can start whenever you're ready, bro. I'm out here in the woods with these things.
I mean, if you said when it uploads it's straight, then I mean I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit so I can hear. All right, I'm gonna start. So, shalom, shalom. Before we begin, we want to give all praises, power, thanks, and mercy to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders, the prophets, the wise men, the apostles, and our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Salutations to the fellow elect that are out there pushing the truth, risking their lives and freedom to do so, doing the best they can to uphold the law, statutes, and the holy days. To you, I say shalom. Today, we're going to talk about the 2/3 and how they support Father E and what their demise is. To talk about that, you see it all the time in the news. Our people are, doing the best that they can to try to get rights in a place that's not even our home, But I'm not going to say much on it. I'm going to start with the verse. So I'm going to start with Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. And it says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that have taken counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." So what he's saying is, we're rebellious. We don't want to follow the laws. We don't want to listen to what the Most High is saying. And he said, like, instead of repenting and such, we keep adding sin to sin. It's just like what's going on now. Like, a lot of people think, a lot of our individuals are very worldly. So we believe that if we march and protest and things like that, then the oppressor will have, mercy on us. And that's not how that works. Like, we have to understand that we're above the oppressor. The reason we're in this situation is because we failed to uphold the law, statutes, and the holy days. And in order to fix that, we have to return to it. We have to repent and return to it. But a lot of our people, even if you tell them, you need to read your Bible, stuff like that, they're like, man, this has nothing to do with the march and stuff like that. And they're not understanding the overall problem. They're still worldly.
Yeah, they don't, man. They don't put two and two together. They don't understand why they in this predicament and who's gonna get them out of this predicament, man. You can't be marching to E trying to figure out he gonna get you a way out of this, because his way out of this is not gonna be good for us, man. We gotta figure out a better way. We gotta get back to the old way. And I want to start with a passage from Zechariah chapter 13. Start with verse 8. And this shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. 9. And I will go bring in the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. It will try them as gold is tried. And I shall call upon my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, is my people? And they shall say, the Yahweh is my God. So basically right there, what it's telling you that a lot of our people here, they're not gonna make it because they have been destroyed mentally and physically to the point that that there's no salvaging these people, and Yahweh knows this, and He knows there's only a certain portion that's going to pick up this truth and actually going to follow these laws and actually try to spread this the proper way to His people. He understands this very well. So He's telling you right here that 2/3 of our people will be cut off from this, and 1/3 will inherit the kingdom. And then I want to jump down to Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, and I want to start at verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God, of Yahweh? Be ye not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, no covetous, no drunkards, no revilers, no extorters shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. So basically, right there, he's letting you know, and this doesn't just go for the heathen. This goes for Jakes too. You're not gonna earn the kingdom if you're not following His laws. You're not following His laws, then you're under these standards. You're out here fornicating. You're out here deceiving people. You're out here lying. You're not out here being righteous. So you're not moving in the correct spirit, in the correct light. So Yahweh's not gonna notice you. He's not gonna pick up your frequency. And a precept I got for that is 1 John 2:4. He that say I know Him and keep not His commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. And there it is, right there. So people can talk about, yeah, I know the Lord or whatever. I know Jesus Christ, which is not His name, but they really don't know Him if they're not trying to keep these commandments. So they're not trying to live how this book is trying to tell them to live. They're just doing a whole bunch of talking, and that's really what a lot of people are doing. You got to get to the crux of it. Because what a lot of people do, they talk a good talk, but they're not doing what they're saying. They're not talking about the whole day. It's not really pushing the truth like they should. It's all a feel good doctrine. That's not what we need. We need truth. We need facts.
I mean, to touch on that a little bit, yeah, he's like, I mean, the truth is not always pleasant. You know, a lot of people think the truth is supposed to please everybody, and that's not how that works. You know, even it works in the world. You know, like when you're choosing a president. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna always be angry, and somebody's gonna always be happy about it. I mean, that's just life. You can't please everybody. I'm gonna jump down to Romans chapter 16, verse 17. And it says, Now beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. So basically what he's trying to say is avoid false prophets. Simple as that. If what a precept you can add to that is Isaiah 8:20. You know, he says basically if they don't like according to the testimony and to the laws, if they don't speak according to this word that we're teaching, that the men of the Lord are teaching, then there is no light in them, meaning they're just darkness. They're just leading you to the slaughter. They're like the Judas goat. So that's what Romans 16 and 17 is saying. So the next one I'm going to jump to is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. And it says, For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are Scottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. So basically, he's saying, like, we're foolish and we're stupid. We're acting like heathens because the laws that he's given us to set us apart holy, you know, we don't care to do them. You know, we want to act like the heathen. We're quick to do evil, but to do good, it's just like they don't know how to go about it. That's basically what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. And just to touch on that just a little bit, is like how we do here in America. Is we put these famous people on pedestals, just like He told us not to have idols. And a lot of times we put these famous people on pedestals to a point that we listen to everything they say, and we on their every whim. Like I hear people out here listening to Killer Mike like he's a prophet. This man ain't got no answers. Like nobody else got no answers. But the only person got answers is Yahweh. And we out here listening to people, and they're not giving you no truth, bro. They're setting you up. And I wanted to jump down to 2 Corinthians chapter 11. I want to start at verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So basically, what that's saying right there is basically nowadays you have false prophets and you have false apostles and people that are working deceitfully, and they're trying to use the Bible and they're trying to use the word of Yahweh to get their agenda across. Like you have the Roman Catholic Church, which is another entity of Satan, and they're trying to get their agenda across. They might come off like very wholesome and clean, but once you dig through and scrape through, you'll realize that they have a whole bunch of pedophile. They have a pedophile ring, and they have a whole bunch of sex trafficking accusations against them. So these people can't be holy if they're doing this behind closed doors. But once you really look at it, these are deceitful workers. They're doing iniquity, the work of Satan. But they're showing themselves as like the light of the world, like this is the standard. And that's how you know these people are wicked. They're deceiving you. And a precept I got for that is 2 Timothy 4:4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and they shall turn into fables. And right there, it's telling you the truth right there, is that people have turned away from the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear people talk about, yeah, you got to follow the laws, you got to eat properly. Yeah, we got to celebrate the Shabbat. And we have to follow laws. We have to follow laws like sometimes if we follow the Shabbat, we can't buy stuff that day. So what, man? Don't buy nothing that day, bro. Chill out. You ain't got to buy nothing. You got to cook food, bro. Chill out. It's not that hard, man. But because we want to listen to other people because it sound cool or it sound convenient at that time, we go into fables and we inherited lies, and now we're not even following the word no more. We just following what other people are telling us, and that's what makes God angry. How we're ignorant, because you're not following His word. You just following man. So now I want to jump down to Romans chapter 1 and 18. For the wrath of Yahweh is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and all unrighteousness of men who hold truth in unrighteousness. So right there. So he's letting you know that Yahweh has wrath against everybody that's doing all this ungodliness and wickedness. So everybody that's over here worrying about, well, these people doing this, well, Yahweh's got to count. He's keeping check of everything that goes on. Nothing's going unseen. Even people that think they're getting away with it, they not. He's keeping a check of all this stuff, man. And he's letting you know all this wickedness has to be seen by him. And another precept that I got from that is 1 Thessalonians 5:2. It's for yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh cometh as a thief in the night. So he's comparing the day Yahweh that he's coming back. For vengeance is a thief in the night, but you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it coming. It's gonna be so quick, like you're gonna be like, whoa, what happened? And that's exactly how he's coming. He's coming with that wrath, with that anger. Just like that. It's not gonna be a game.
What was that? Romans 1 and 24 through 26.
Yeah.
All right. To touch on that one, talking back about the 2/3. I'm gonna jump to Jude chapter 1, and I'm gonna read verses 11 through 13. Verse 11. Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Kor. So basically what he's saying is, woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain. Basically, they have gone in the way of evil. They have chased after the evil and not of the Most High, and they have gone after Balaam, which is just another way of just saying Satan, for reward, and they've worshipped Satan as a god and not the Most High. So that's what it's 11 talking about. 12. These are spots in your feast of charity when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds, they are without water, carried about of winds. Trees whose fruit withereth without fruit, twice dead and plucked up by the roots. So basically, it's darkness. They're just, they put it in a poetic way, but basically what he's saying is like, they're empty. They're darkness because they are only worried about themselves. They produce no righteousness. It's basically what he's saying. Like they're dead, waste of space. 13. Raging waves of the sea foaming out their own shame, wandering stars to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. So basically, the Most High looks at us as stars. He's looking at us as we are his holy people. We are the apple of his eye. So when we turn to wickedness, we're just wandering stars. Instead of shining bright, we just dwell in darkness. And it's easier to dwell in darkness because just like Job 9:24 says, the earth is given to the hands of wicked. So everything around you is just full of wickedness. It's a lot of people will try to go with the flow and not try to be different. 14, and Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, Yahweh cometh with 10,000 of his saints. So basically, what Enoch is saying is, you know, the Most High, or Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is returning with 10,000 of his saints to serve judgment. Just like Brethren Paris was saying, you know, not of peace, but of wrath and just revenge. He has to, you know, purge this world because there's so much dead weight that he has to get rid of it. All right, with that one, I'm going to jump to Isaiah 65, and I'm going to read verses 12 through 15. So, verse 12, Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. So basically what he's saying is, like I said before, all this dead weight, you know, you're basically being prepared for the slaughter, because when he told you to do what you're supposed to do, follow the law, statutes, and holy days, we rebelled and we just went to evil. Like he said, like the Most High hates evil, you know. A lot of nations are full of evil, especially Esau, Edom. We're supposed to be the holy side. We're supposed to be set apart. And once you do that, you're throwing off the balance, is what's going on. So therefore, thus saith Yahweh, power, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So basically what he's saying is, this is their reward for being righteous and upholding the law, statutes, and the holy days. You can use the times of, you know, Jacob's trouble. You know, if you've been doing what you're supposed to do, you know, follow the law, statutes, and holy days, teaching, you know, the word and things like that, then he's going to make sure you're taken care of. People got to understand, yes, we are in a carnal world, but we are spiritual individuals. So our battle is spiritual. It doesn't matter how many guns Esau Edom has. Yes, he was blessed with the sword and stuff like that, but, you know, he's not going to prevail. You know, the war is already done. We just living in a story now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ending was already written. 13. Therefore, thus saith I read down. 14. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. So basically, you know, once the tide is starting to turn, you know, his righteous servants will sing for joy, because now, you know, the wicked are getting what they deserve. You know, we're not looking at it as like, yes, it's our own people, but in the eyes of the Most High, right is right and wrong is wrong. That's basically what it's saying. We're not heartless, and a lot of people think we just out here heartless. No, it's simple. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong. So once the tide is turning, of course, we're going to be happy and things like that, because now the 1/3 is winning. You know, the 2/3 was, and plus the other nations, it was nothing but wickedness everywhere you turn. 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for Yahweh power shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. Simple as that. Same thing I was just explaining in 14. You got it, bro. It's Hosea.
I wanted to jump back up to Romans. I'm gonna jump back up to Romans real quick.
All right.
Romans chapter 1 verses 21 through 22. So because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as power, neither were they thankful, but became in vain in their right imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Just like Brother Darren said, it's darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. So that pride, just like Esau Edom has, he's talking about that pride that we had. That pride that we were just so prideful in ourselves to be wise, and we didn't give thanks and give the utmost honor to Yahweh, because that's where it came from. We got pride in our own right, trying to boast ourselves and try to take what Yahweh has done for us and say that we did it all. And we know that wasn't the truth. So that's exactly what it's talking about right there. He's talking about we made up vain imagination and start creating other gods and false idols to follow and veering away from his work. And a precept I want to get from that is Isaiah 1:4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, a children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, and they have gone away backwards. And that's basically talking about us right there. That we have provoked the Holy One, man. We provoked him to anger, and now he's angry. He's pissed off, man. He doesn't like when he sees his children out here just doing whatever, following behind all these other nations. And we have certain laws and guidelines how we're supposed to be operating in this world. We're not supposed to be out there protesting with all these other nations because it's not gonna help us out in the end of the day. They start busting out bullets. Them people not gonna take no shot for you. They're gonna run. So and Yahweh was telling you this. So he's like, why are you even out there? He's trying to tell you like them people ain't nothing but violence. They about violence, bro. You finna go out there with them and get ate up, smashed up.
Yeah, they may as well go out there and bow to him. I mean,
exactly,
you
man.
bow.
Exactly, man. I'm going out there for what? And then you go out there, it's not gonna change anything. They're just gonna give you a nice gesture, and then when it happens again, they might not even say nothing. And then I tell people, watch how this trial go, man, because this trial is gonna tell you everything you need to know. And people coming out the woodworks, telling you the truth of how they really feel. So I don't know why y'all still trying to be buddy with them. You ain't getting that hug, bro. Don't worry about that hug. Worry about the people.
That's definitely what they want. They want that hug, man.
That hug, man. But I'm gonna jump down to Hosea 5:15. And I will go and I will return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. And I seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. So that's Yahweh speaking right there. So he's saying he's gonna return. He said he's gonna return. He's gonna chill back. He's gonna fall back because we're not doing right and we're not acting right. So he's like, why am I putting all my energy to this and y'all not appreciating what I'm doing? Y'all not following the laws. Y'all doing whatever. Y'all got all these other idols. And y'all don't push me to the side. So he said, I'm gonna push y'all to the side. I'm gonna fall back. And he said, y'all gonna have to seek me, find my face. And he said, seek it early. He's telling you to seek it early because he don't want you to wait too long.
Ooh. All right.
You got one? What's up?
Man, listen. All right, I'm gonna jump out board real quick, and then I'm gonna close with word. So I'm gonna read through 6 real quick because I saw a whole bunch of verses. So Hosea 6, I'm start with 1 and 2. So it says, "Come and let us return unto Yahweh, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He hath smitten and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us, and the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight." So he's telling you, yes, the nations did this, but at the end of the day, the Most High did it. He's torn us. The only person that can heal you is the Most High. That is the only thing. It doesn't matter how much protesting you do. None of that is going to help. I'm going to jump to 6 and 7 real quick. "For I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of Yahweh more than burnt offerings. But they like men have transgressed the covenant. There have they dealt treacherously." So 6, he doesn't care about sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Obedience speaks more. You know what I'm saying? He wanted you to change your ways. Anybody can give a sacrifice, but if it's not in their heart to do better, then it's not gonna matter. So it's pointless. He doesn't have to accept your sacrifice. You might give a sacrifice, but he's not gonna care for it. I'm gonna jump to chapter 7 real quick. Verse 2. "And they consider not in their hearts that I remember all their wickedness. Now their own doings have beset them about. They are before my face." Simple as that. We're not doing nothing but adding more sin. Our ancestors were already adding sin, so we're not doing nothing but making him more angry. Why would you want to make him more angry? Why not fix yourself? Yeah, man. Basically, man. And I understand. This walk is hard. It's not an easy walk. You're gonna make mistakes here and there, but at least you're trying. You know what I'm saying? For people who just want to go out there and be wicked, just God knows my heart and stuff like that, they just gonna be wicked. As simple as that. You either follow the laws or you didn't. You keep making excuses. That's not gonna make no difference, especially in time of judgment. Like your sins are gonna be before you. It's not gonna make no difference. You can't say nothing. You're gonna be sitting there with your mouth open, like, You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. I'm gonna read verses 13 through 16, and then I'm gonna close.
All right.
What's it called? All right, so 13. Woe unto them, for they have fled from me. Destruction unto them, because they have transgressed against me. Though I have redeemed them, yet they have spoken lies against me. So simple as that. We hard headed. We are ungrateful. You know, and he's going to punish the wicked and the ungrateful individuals because you have transgressed the law. 14. And they have not cried unto me with their heart. When they howled upon their beds, they assembled themselves for corn and wine, and they rebelled against me. So basically, he could tell in your heart, just like in one of the verses, you know, he tells you, don't babble up so many words like the Gentiles do, because once you're praying for something, he already knows it. So when people have that false, you know, prayer in their hearts, he's not listening. You know, you might think he's listening, but he already knows what you're going to ask for before you even ask. So if you ask for this and not go about it, then I mean, you ain't doing nothing but proving him wrong, like, you know, proving his point. Uh, 15. Though I have bound and strengthened their arms, yet do they imagine mischief against me. Same thing. Y'all rebellious. Well, we're rebellious. I'm sorry. 16. They return, but not to the Most High. They are like a deceitful bow. Their princes shall fall by the sword for the rage of their tongue. This shall be their derision in the land of Egypt. So he told you, you know, you have to return to the Most High. Like I just read in chapter 6, verse 1 and 2. He's the only one that can heal you because he's the one who's doing the damage to you because nobody's following the law. You know, well, not the 130s, but our people as a whole are not on the same accord. You know, we don't care about what we wear, you know, this and that. We don't try to seek the truth. We just be looking for things that are for us. And that's not how that works. You know, we are
Mm-hmm.
too selfish and Scottish, like he was saying. So your result is death, you know, and it's not going to be like, you know, quick and painless. No, you're going to suffer because that's how long you've been going, you know, going against the Most High. And you're going to be in derision, meaning you're not going to know what's going on. Like an example, you know, when the sky is going to be black and you're not going to see nothing but bombs dropping. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in derision just like you are now. People just like, oh, what's going on? And they're panicking because their world is coming to an end. You know, their so-called matrix that they love is coming to an end, and they're trying so hard.
To
Like
keep it, to
house,
fight it, to keep it.
man, yes, like house Negroes trying to, you know, keep that slave mentality.
Fix the
Um,
system. I can fix the system.
Bro,
Nigga, you can't
you
fix
want
this
this
system.
system to
Let it
crash.
fall.
That's what I'm saying. You want this system to crash because if you don't let this system crash, you're not doing nothing but furthering more injustice. You know what I'm saying? People be like, oh, I'm going to die for my rights and stuff like that. But y'all over here trying to stop stuff. Like, bro, like I understand it's birth pains. Nobody said it was going to be happy and stuff like that. Like, yes, we the 1/3, but we understand what's to come. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, some of us may be scared. Of course, people are going to be scared, but we already know what's on the other side. We already know we're going to be taken care of because we believe in the Most High and we follow his word. All them other people, they, you know, when the famine of the word comes about, they're going to be like, oh, can you teach me this? Can you teach me that? No. You know, you're doing stuff for your personal gain, and that's not how it works. But, yeah. You got something to say on now? Because after that, I'm just gonna close out with Baruch 2:30.
Nah, really, you touched on it all, man. Just basically what you said, man. Like the onus is really on us, bro. We need to take advantage of it. All these brothers out here putting out this work and putting out this knowledge and use it to the best of our advantage right now, because they're gonna take all this stuff down, they're gonna take it away, and then you're gonna be looking for answers. It's not gonna be there. So get all the notes you can. I've been telling brothers, get all the notes you can, gather as much information as you can right now, man. Studying
Yeah,
is a must.
PowerPoints and all. And I'll be telling folks like, you know, if you need to inbox me on questions or something like that, I mean, I help you. You know, I be busy with work and stuff like that, but I mean, the gospel always come first. So
Mm-hmm.
they have questions asked. If they want to have Bible study, you know, I don't mind taking time out of my day to like catch them up or like, you know, just if people on the same level as me or above me, you know, we can exchange words because everybody don't know everything. So you know, we can share like that. Baruch chapter 2. I'm gonna read from 28 and I'm gonna go down to
35.
35. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
So 28, as they spake is by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. So basically, like he told Abraham, his nations, or the children of Israel, will be numbered like the sands of the sea, which is a lot. And if you don't obey it, then he's going to start cutting you down. He got to get rid of the dead weight. He's been telling you over and over. He repeats himself so it goes through your head. He told you right here, if you don't want to be like the multitude, then I'm going to cut out those individuals that are dead weight. And people are going to see it. When the Most High speak, it's going to happen. 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So we've been in captivity under just about all nations, and this is the last one. Just like 2nd Esdras chapter 6 verse 9 is saying, Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning. So this is it. There is no repeat no more. Like this is it. You go hard or go home. I mean, either way, the way I see it, everybody got to get off the earth regardless. It's cleaned up or you get destroyed. Either way, everybody got to get off the earth. You know what I'm saying? So you may as well speak up for what you believe in, and uphold the righteous, because on the other side, it's going to be nothing but righteousness. So why would you want to be like the multitude of evil if you can stand up with the small number? Like,
exactly.
But that's just how I look at it. 31, and shall know that I am Yahweh, their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, meaning heart as in your mind, and ears to hear, because he told them before, you have eyes but you cannot see, ears you cannot hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. You see it now. We're still in captivity, but we always give praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kakodash. Always. Always upholding the Sabbath, always upholding the holy days, or we're doing the best that we can, not making any excuses.
Exactly.
33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before Yahweh. Yeah, once you get into the truth, you start to be ashamed of the things you were doing. You're just like, wow, we've been doing this for years. Like, why? All he told us to do was follow the laws. And he's going to take care of us. And if you're following the laws and doing the best that you can, you see it. You might have, get a certain amount of days off to celebrate the holy days. You might have, blessings upon, blessings on top of blessings, because you're doing what you're supposed to do. 34, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Like I said, at the end of this world, we're all going back to Jerusalem, whether it's through, you're going through the fire and things like that, or you're going to be regenerated. Either way, like the way the righteousness of the Most High works, everybody is going to inherit the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It's just the 2/3 are going to be regenerated, meaning they're going to be born through sex through the 1/3, but everybody's going to inherit the kingdom. That's just how righteous the Most High is. 34, and I will bring them 35, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. So you're going to rule forever. An everlasting covenant. You're going to rule forever, and you're going to be gods. I didn't say you're going to be the God. I said you're going to be gods, meaning you're going to be judges, and all the nations are going to bow down to us. Everything that they've done to us, will happen to them. You can read Isaiah 14, the 14th chapter, verses 1 and 2. Really the whole 14 if you want to, But, yeah, that's what I want to close out with, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody for watching. Stay tuned for more lives, and we'll be putting out more content. And this will be going on the YouTube, so be looking out for that. All right, man.
All right, bro.